Welterweight tournament semifinal number 2 in our tale of the tape.
You see here the records. David RICKELS, 10 fights, undefeated. KARL AMOUSSOU, 14-4-2, but he's fought a lot internationally. He's fought in big shows. The experience edge to KARL AMOUSSOU.
Let's go back up to Michael Williams.
Tonight here at L'Auberge Casino Resort, Lake Charles Bellator Fighting Championships now presents the second semifinal of the Bellator Season 6 Welterweight Tournament. 3 5-minute rounds brought to you by Everlast. Greatness is within. And now first out of the red corner at 6 foot, he weighed in at 170 1/2 pounds. Undefeated as a professional, 10 wins, no losses. From Derby, Kansas, David the Caveman RICKELS. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 5'11", weighing in at 170 pounds even. His professional record, 14 victories, 4 defeats with 2 draws. From Paris, France, presenting KARL AMOUSSOU. And the third man inside the cage, referee Jason Herzog.
Fighters gone over the rules in the back. There are no final questions from you, Blue. No final questions from you, Red. Touch gloves, come out ready to fight.
Not surprised at the lack of glove touching there.
In the semifinal round of all Bellator tournaments, elbows to the head are not allowed. The winner advances to the Season 6 Welterweight Tournament Championship to face Brian Baker. You see David RICKELS, he's in the white trunks. There's KARL AMOUSSOU in the red trunks. The bell in round number 1. Jason Herzog is the referee.
First round is going to tell us a lot.
First kick from RICKELS, 1-2 from AMOUSSOU.
Shot to the cup, it looks like.
Time called by referee Jason Herzog.
It knocked the cup loose. See if we can get a look at it.
His cup strap just broke. His cup strap just broke.
Yeah, kicked him right in the cup.
I just heard Jason Herzog say his cup strap is broken.
Get his corner in here quickly. His corner. Just one moment.
They have 2 problems. A, it was a groin shot, which you have to recover from.
Can you come here, please?
And B, the string holding the cup on has broken. I don't know if they're going to have a spare ready to go.
So if we're just talking about the groin shot, KARL AMOUSSOU has 5 minutes to recover. But on equipment failure, in theory, there's no time limit. You have to get the equipment correct. It'd be the same application as if your trunk's ripped or your glove
Please go in the
ripped.
back and try to find somebody else who has a cup he can borrow very quickly. Please go.
Jason Herzog is saying go to the back and try to find the spare cup.
That means a delay. That means a serious delay.
So forget about the 5 minutes now. This will take as long as it needs to take.
We're going to try to secure it the best we can, but his cup strap is broken.
It looks like what they're going to do.
Yeah, well, hold it.
He's not going to fight like that. We're going to have to.
There you see Alvin
So they're trying
Topham.
to find somebody that
He's
has
the
got a
commissioner
cup.
for the Athletic Commission here in the state of Louisiana, talking to referee Jason Herzog.
I just heard Jason Herzog say we're going to secure it as best we can, but they want to get an extra. We'll see what they end up doing.
His cup strap broke just now. Yeah. His jock strap just broke.
Jason Herzog just coming over to us and confirming essentially it's the jock strap that broke on the errant kick to the cup by David RICKELS.
We're trying to get you another one. We're doing the best we can. Okay?
Well, this is an awkward start to the fight, Jimmy.
Isn't it?
Hey, Alvin.
Most things involving the groin can be a little awkward in sports, but when part of the cup actually breaks,
do we want to take this off?
You know it's going to take some time to take care of.
Okay, so there's got to be one of those other fighters out there that has a cup. Can we?
Do not get this on camera, mother.
No, you're on commercial. Hey, can we have something to cover him? Like, where's his banner?
Of course, they got to cover him with something to take care of this.
How about the girls'
depending
towel,
on, I mean, underwear's not that bad. Fighters do it all the time, weigh-ins, you know. If you can't handle looking at a man in his underwear, I don't think you're watching MMA fighting.
Thank you.
Bellator cutman Dean Lassiter to the rescue. His duties in Bellator as a cutman have no limits.
Endless.
This is not, isn't gonna really
Have to be ready for anything here.
Do-it-yourself jockstrap.
See the commissioner stepping in, making sure everything's good.
Yeah, they're on commercial.
I really like how Alvin Topham, the commissioner from the Louisiana Athletic Commission, is taking charge here. Stay with us, everyone. A brief commercial break, and when we return, round one will resume. It's Rickles versus Amousssou. Bonus coverage for those of you watching commercial-free on epicsandspike.com. You get to see a jockstrap created.
Check it out. The ingenuity in MMA is stunning.
Stay here, though. Stay. We're in commercial right now, so stay.
See Jason Herzog holding the fighters up a little bit. Now, the question you have to ask now is, who does this favor this time off? KARL AMOUSSOU, typically a very fast starter. What will this break do to his momentum?
Sorry.
Also, you tend to get cold standing there.
KARL AMOUSSOU is ready to go. Bellator cut man Dean Lassiter improvising a new cup. Time in, round one continues. Push kick from Rickles. Big knee from Amousssou, then the clinch. Elbow on the inside, then the knee. Outside trip by KARL AMOUSSOU, that was slick.
Both guys starting right where they left off.
Close guard from Rickles, and he's punching from the bottom.
Now Rickles very good at the triangle. KARL AMOUSSOU has to be careful with basically his wrist positioning here.
Can opener from Amousssou. Ear slap there from Rickles.
Can openers and ear slaps. It's like the mid-90s in there.
And the can opener.
Good sweep.
Beautiful sweep. Top position right back by Amousssou. Good explosive sweep, though, by Rickles, and a better recovery from KARL AMOUSSOU.
It's letting KARL know he can't go crazy on top. Rickles has an excellent ground game. He's good from his back.
Short hammer fist with the left hand by Amousssou. Open guard by David Rickles.
You guys got to keep working on this stand.
Call for action from referee Jason Herzog.
Look at the head control so far. David Rickles always controlling the head of KARL AMOUSSOU. That's why it's hard for him to sit up and really do damage.
And there's this stand-up from one of the best referees in all of MMA, Jason Herzog. Jump knee, that's a slip from Rickles. Tried to go triangle. Amousssou thought about side control, lets his opponent stand, then the head kick blocked. Here we go.
Crowd is loving this fight.
1-2 simultaneous knees.
Oh!
Big throw by Amousssou, the judo black belt.
Great judo by Psycho Amousssou.
Sit through now from Amousssou.
Remind me of one of those cartoons where you get grabbed by your feet and slammed up and down. That's what it looked like. Legs all the way in the air.
Amousssou trying to step over. Reverse hammer fist.
If you're David Rickles and his cornermen, they have told him that first round, be ready to weather the storm. Don't get freaked out by his explosiveness in the first round. That's what happened against Sam Alvey. He had a great first round, lost the last 2 rounds. So if he's smart, he's prepared for this opening round.
Short right hands by KARL AMOUSSOU on the temple.
It's not a 2-minute fight. It's a 15-minute fight. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
4 right hands from Amousssou, inside control. He's trying to turn, playing defense. Looking for the up kick now is Rickles. Amousssou diving in with the right hand and another.
Obviously, nice throws by KARL AMOUSSOU, but no devastating ground and pound. Hasn't really hurt him with his punches on the ground. Good control, good defense by David Rickles.
2 to the body from Amousssou. Rickles keeping his composure in the closed guard.
Gotta keep going, guys. I didn't see it. You okay?
Looks like an eye poke.
Amousssou saying that he was poked in the eye. Herzog said, I didn't see it. You have to keep going.
But David Rickles stopped. That's a good indication that he knew he put his finger in his eye.
Rickles again trying to walk up his guard.
You see how it happened. You know, David Rickles has both his hands open, playing defense.
Jimmy, you and I talk about it all the time on these broadcasts. If a referee didn't see it, it didn't happen.
It's very true.
Jason Herzog said he did not see it.
Certain honor, though, among fighters. You know, you put a finger in a guy's eye, a lot of times you're going to stop, give him time to recover. Look at that wrist control. You see he was thinking about the triangle there. Now going a little rubber guard, going mission control, but...
Quick mission control from Rickles back to guard, but holding above the waistline.
KARL AMOUSSOU postured up at the right time, but he's got to stay over his hips.
Almost a forearm smash there from AMOUSSOU.
Very important, he doesn't let his posture get too far forward.
Low close guard now from Rickles. AMOUSSOU trying to get off with the hammer fist. See Rickles still active, again thinking about rubber guard. Walking his guard up very high. AMOUSSOU posturing up. Throwing the right hand, didn't get through. AMOUSSOU again looking can opener. And the face wash from Rickles. Big right hand.
That was good.
Full on ground and pound now from KARL AMOUSSOU. Getting those shots through with the punches and the elbows. Short hammer fist now with the left hand. KARL AMOUSSOU landing shots, going heel hook now. Closing seconds of round one. AMOUSSOU looking for the submission finish. He won't get it.
You good? You ready?
And you see here the takedown in that first round. Off the clinch, look at that beautiful trip from KARL AMOUSSOU on top. Toward the end of the round, some nice ground and pound, but David Rickles doing a good job of defending. Not a lot of those got through and landed cleanly.
KARL AMOUSSOU told us he wasn't thinking about David Rickles. He wasn't thinking about Brian Baker, who's already advanced to this welterweight tournament final. He was thinking about how he would defeat Bellator's reigning welterweight world champion, Ben Askren.
Not very smart. Tough tournament. He has a tough guy in front of him. Tough guy in Brian the Beast Baker. Worry about the guy in front of you. All he's thinking about is you.
Jimmy, how did you score round number one?
10-9 for KARL AMOUSSOU. Good exchanges on the feet, but got on top and let his ground and pound go. I liked in between rounds, his corner man said, we expected this. He's going to fade. Don't let this bother you.
Another throw from KARL AMOUSSOU. Count that as 3 in this fight thus far. Open guard again from Rickles. Spike's Guy's Choices back, the legendary one-night event where the holy grail of hot, unstoppable comedy MVP and more will be decided. Vote now at guyschoice.spike.com and then tune in Saturday, June 9th at 9 p.m. Eastern to see who wins, only on Spike. Your slap again from Rickles.
Now, if you're David Rickles, this is where the fight starts. The second round. Can you drag KARL AMOUSSOU into deep water? We know he's explosive. We know he starts strong. Can he handle a tough second and third round? That's the question. You see here his pace slowing down already. We're not even 2 minutes into the second round.
See Rickles trying to go rubber guard, back to close guard, but trying to stay active on the bottom.
Got a frustrating defense on his back. KARL AMOUSSOU hasn't really been able to hurt him with his ground and pound.
And a stand-up once more from referee Jason Herzog.
Gotta stay active on the ground. Let's go. Right.
A kick from AMOUSSOU did not get through. Jump knee from AMOUSSOU.
Another thing, KARL AMOUSSOU on the feet is not the most efficient striker in the world. Throws a lot of kicks, a lot of flying knees, a lot of wild right hands.
Inside left by AMOUSSOU.
Nice.
From the step of Rickles. Good left hand by Rickles.
Good inside uppercut by KARL AMOUSSOU.
From the step of AMOUSSOU. 1-2. Joe, that landed.
That did land. It was at the end of the combination. I like that. 1-2 knee. He doesn't throw it by himself.
2 knees to the body by Rickles to counter with his back against the fence. 2 short uppercuts by AMOUSSOU. 1 to the chin, 1 to the body.
His cornerman told him in between rounds in that clinch, strike and then get out. Watch those outside trips of KARL AMOUSSOU.
Knee to the body by AMOUSSOU. Short uppercut by Rickles. AMOUSSOU staying tight. Big to the body. Amousou then backs off after the Rickles knee. Push kick by Rickles is a rangefinder. Uppercut. Counter left by Rickles, but Amousou getting the better of that exchange.
Amousou looking fatigued now. Breathing very heavily.
Kick by Amousou. Again the head kick. Push kick by Rickles.
Oh, good right hand.
1-2 by Rickles and the right landed cleanly. Step in right by Rickles. It fires to the clinch. Tight clinch.
Oh, another good right, a good left as well.
That backs off Amousou and he puts a big smile on his face. Amousou backs off again. Amousou driving through and another takedown. Straight mission control now for Rickles.
Now going omoplata, trying to lock up that left arm of KARL AMOUSSOU.
From mission control to omoplata, and cool as you like, Amousou pops out his left arm.
And make no mistake, Amousou was hurt in that second round.
I like this fight, Jimmy. Final minute of round 2, welterweight tournament semifinal number 2.
At the weigh-in, he told me, he said, KARL AMOUSSOU has a heart in there somewhere. I'm going to find it and I'm going to crush it. His goal is to win a long, difficult fight. Well, that's what he's in now.
Rickles trying to sit up and through, trying to explode back to his feet. 2 big rights from the bottom by David Rickles. Amousou right back in undeterred.
Now going for the armbar. He might have it.
Looking armbar. Amousou trying to slam his way out.
Oh, crossing the feet. Big mistake by David Rickles.
Amousou trying to slam out a second time. Closing seconds of round 2. Rickles loses the armbar. This is turning into a great fight. David Rickles gave me what I think is the quote of the year in MMA. He said, the key to my success as a fighter is that I look like a guy that my opponents think they will smash. Amousou talked as though he was going to smash Rickles, but here we are in round number 3.
That has not been the case.
Jimmy, how do you have this fight scored?
And that second round, unbelievably close. I'm scoring it for KARL AMOUSSOU because I thought Rickles had him hurt, but the majority of the round was controlled by KARL AMOUSSOU.
Low blow, time called by referee Jason Herzog. Second low blow administered by David Rickles in this fight. If you'll recall, the first was in the opening stages of round 1. A low blow that broke the cup strap, the jock strap of KARL AMOUSSOU.
See if we can get a look at it here. Yep, right to the cup. He's not faking it, but look for him to milk as much of 5 minutes as he can. KARL AMOUSSOU has been known for fading in tough fights at the end of the fight, but now he has a chance to get a lot of win back. He is going to take it.
And Jimmy, as you said correctly, KARL AMOUSSOU has 5 minutes to recover.
Now this favors KARL AMOUSSOU. Because David Rickles, I think, was going to push the pace quickly in that third round to see how much gas and heart KARL AMOUSSOU has left. But now he gets a break. Take a look at it again. Came off this push kick. Boom. And Rickles immediately knew what he did. Threw his hands up and apologized. Just throwing as many strikes and the variety of strikes these guys are throwing, that happens.
Absolutely no animosity for David Rickles towards KARL AMOUSSOU. He seemed to really find the entire psycho tactics, the psycho act amusing. Contrast that with Chris Lozano. KARL AMOUSSOU defeated last month in the quarterfinal round of this tournament by first round submission. Lozano said, I don't like AMOUSSOU, I want to hurt him. For the first time in my life, I really dislike an opponent. Sometimes the AMOUSSOU mind games work, sometimes they don't. They didn't on Rickles.
Guys, you can't coach him. Don't coach him right now. Thank you.
Time is called here in round number 3 of the second welterweight tournament. The winner advances to face Brian Baker in the season 6 welterweight tournament championship. And still to come tonight here at Bellator 69, the middleweight tournament championship, Andreas Spang versus Michael Falco. Time in, Amoussou is recovered, round 3 resumes. Outside kick by David Rickles. Good 1-2 on the inside by Amoussou.
Second round, very, very close. Neither fighter can afford to take this round off.
Big mouse under the left eye of KARL AMOUSSOU. Thought about going for the ankle lock. Rickles now looking to stand and land. Nice turn by Rickles. That mouse is really bad now under Amoussou's left eye, Jimmy.
Now Rickles on top for the first time in this fight. What can he do with his ground and pound?
Low close guard from KARL AMOUSSOU.
And we know KARL AMOUSSOU can sweep here. Look for David Rickles to be very careful with his base.
2 to the body, 1 to the head with the right hand by Rickles. Now 3, 4, 5 to the body.
Now Dave Rickles said it. He goes, KARL AMOUSSOU likes being the hammer. He doesn't like being the nail. When I start hitting him, when I start working him, he will fold. Now he's in a good position to test that theory out.
Hammer fist by Rickles. Open guard now by Amoussou and closes guard once more. See Rickles, body, head with the right hand.
Problem is, Amoussou, relies a lot on his explosiveness. A lot of that goes away in the third round of a tough fight.
Just keep working here, guys. Keep working.
Jason Herzog telling both fighters to keep working. More to the body. Amoussou trying to throw to the head, flat on his back with the left. 2.5 minutes remaining in this third and final round.
Well, he's on top. He's the aggressor so far this fight. I'm sorry, this third round controlled by David Rickles.
Amoussou recrosses his ankles. There's the Sakuraba from David Rickles.
See what Rickles is doing. He's taking his time, and then he's exploding when KARL AMOUSSOU doesn't expect it.
Big hammer fist from Rickles. Amoussou not posturing on his back, low close guard, just looking to strike.
Now he could think he has 2 rounds in the bag and that he can hold on, stay somewhat defensive for another 1.5 minutes and win this fight. I would not put my money on that.
90 seconds now remaining in this third and final round. Up kicks from Amoussou. Chopping outside kick by Rickles and diving in with the right hand.
Don't expect Rickles to let him off the hook. He's going to try and keep the pressure on. Heel hook attempt by KARL AMOUSSOU. He's not going to get it.
Rickles popped his head free.
Fighters down. Don't kick him in the head.
Warning, KARL AMOUSSOU. Rickles was a grounded opponent there. Rickles complained and then keeps on fighting.
That's the second time he's kicked him in the head. They've been grazing shots.
And Rickles was trying to get up.
Yeah, so they were transitional. They were grazing shots. That's why it hasn't cost him a point.
See that mouse has popped now, blood leaking under the left eye of KARL AMOUSSOU.
Now that left eye is a mess. I think he's just hanging on here, Sean.
Open guard from Amoussou. Rickles trying to land more shots from the top. Again, the Sakuraba with a double hammer fist. 3 to the body. And the Sakuraba. We've seen the ear slap and 3 Sakurabas.
New fans, we're not going to explain who that is. You got to look him up.
Rickles just trying to land anything and everything now. The bell and the end of a really entertaining fight.
2 fighters who didn't like one another, but they've got a lot of respect now for the skills of the other. Great job.
Who will go through to the welterweight tournament final, David Rickles or KARL AMOUSSOU?
Ladies ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we will go to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge, Todd Singletary, scores the fight 29-28. He sees it for Rickles. Your second judge, Myron Godet, also scores the fight 29-28, but he sees it for Amoussou. Your third and final judge, Jordan Bass, scores it 29-28 for the winner by split decision. Now advancing to the welterweight tournament finals, KARL "Psycho" Amoussou.
Accompanied by the boos, here's Jimmy Smith.
I'm here with your winner, KARL AMOUSSou. KARL, a very tough third round. He really put it on you. How you started that fight defined this fight. Tell me how you felt in that third round.
First, I will have a few words for David Rickles, because I think the fight was really close. And I would like to say first, my whole respect to David Rickles. And I can understand how sad he can be after that fight, after that decision, because the fight was really close. I know he won the third. I think I maybe had the first for sure. The second one was really close. And I would just really like to congratulate David Rickles for his fight. And I have huge respect. He really earned my respect in that fight. And David, man, I'm really sorry for you about that decision. Ben.
You're moving on to face Brian the Beast Baker in the finals. What are your thoughts on that fight?
Okay, now I think I've showed some new skills in that fight, especially my throws. My judo throws finally came out of the fight now. And I also showed that I have still a lot to improve and a lot to work on. But man, Brian Baker, I have 2 months to be more than ready for you. And man, I'm gonna come, I'm gonna destroy, I'm gonna do my job. And then I'm gonna take care of the lane player.
We're all looking forward to the final. KARL AMOUSSou versus Brian Baker. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen.